Without a doubt, we here at Zigwheels Philippines love the Honda City Hatchback. In fact, we've featured it a couple of hundreds and thousands of times on the channel, as pointed out by a couple of our comments here. But for 2024, we're in for a surprise with a mid-cycle refresh of one of our favorite cars, the 2024 Honda City Hatchback. What's going on, guys? Roy Robles here from Zigwheels.Ph, and today we'll be taking a first look on the updated 2024 Honda City Hatchback RS. Alright, so I've always loved the look of the Honda City Hatchback for its simple yet sporty demeanor, but for 2024, with the mid-cycle refresh, it does improve on a lot of those things, and in fact, notches it up to 11. I mean, look at that aggressive looking front grille right here. In the previous model, you've got honeycomb grills. This time you got sharper looking honeycombs there. You still have this gloss piano black wing on top of the hood. You got an even sharper looking chin, LED headlamps, DRLs, and LED fog lamps. You even have this updated sides here on the bumper, giving it a little bit more streamlined look. And I love this color. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what Honda calls Sonic Gray Pearl. First seen in the previous generation Honda Civic Type R, and it does lend itself well with the Honda City Hatchback. Overall, with this look alone, I'm absolutely in love with this thing. There's a couple of things that you would probably miss if you blink, because you got updated alloy wheels right here. They're still 16-inch alloy wheels, which a lot of Honda fans would probably replace on their first day of ownership into probably something bigger, something wider perhaps, but Honda gave them that's nice alloy wheels anyway. You got these new side skirts here on the bottom of the body panel. You still have 134 millimeters of ground clearance, which is still pretty respectable, especially for our pock-ridden roads. Pretty high, especially for a hatchback. Still have these nice character lines running from the headlamps all the way to the tail lamps. You got blacked out side mirrors there with repeater signals. Overall, it's a clean look that's going to last the test of time, and I absolutely love it. And you'd really appreciate this color right here on the side. I like it. Right, so a couple of subtle changes right here on the rear, where my director actually pointed out that the previous Honda City Hatchback actually had some sort of butt crack right here at the bottom. Well, this time around, you got an even more aggressive looking rear diffuser here, and it looks like the Honda City Hatchback bought a new set of underwear, because this one swanky as heck. You got these nice diffuser looking design right here. You got an even straightforward looking tailpipe there. Although it still retains the same taillight cluster, it does retain that same classic hatchback look that only the Honda City Hatchback can produce. You got this nice spoiler up top, a blacked out shark's fin antenna, nice rear wiper. A couple of crossover SUVs in the market are starting to remove this wiper, but hey, you got it right there. You got a backup camera, which is nice, a manual operated lift gate, you got it right there, giving you access to all this space inside. I mean, who needs a crossover when a hatchback can actually do the trick and put in a lot of space here for you and all your stuff? I mean, look at this. Honda even started to listen to what I was trying to say about the floor liner and gave us this tougher looking floor liner right here instead of the one made of cardboard in the past. You got all your tools inside. You got a donut spare tire as well, and the rear seats fold in a 60-40 split configuration. In fact, the Honda City Hatchback is one of the few cars out there that has this ULTR seats. ULTR means utility, long, tall, and relaxed mode. As you've seen in our previous review of the Honda City Hatchback, this is probably how we're not going to demonstrate it right now in this first look, but I gotta tell you, it's amazing to know that the Honda City Hatchback has one of the most versatile interiors. You can put pretty much anything inside of this one if it can fit. Overall, the design of the Honda City Hatchback really didn't need to have a lot of changes in itself. All this minor changes that they gave it right here just added to the improvements that I think will definitely give a lot of Honda fans, Honda hatchback fans, some hope that you don't have to buy a crossover if you don't want it. All right, so inside the 2024 Honda City Hatchback RS, you'd find that not much really has changed, except for the fact that these seats are leather wrapped. That's right. One of my biggest gripes over the previous Honda City Hatchback RS was that it still had those fabric seats. I mean, sure, fabric seats are more, retains heat much less than leather seats. But in this case right here, being baked under the hot sun like this, I don't actually feel it. And comfortable, and because of the air conditioning system, it does dissipate heat much more effectively than older leather seats. You got a leather wrapped steering wheel right here, which is nice, and it is adjustable for both reach and brake, which is awesome. You got a digital display cluster right here in the middle, giving you all the information that you need for your drive. You got the same old manual gauge clusters here. Yeah, that's all good. And now you do have adaptive cruise control right there on the steering wheel, which is probably the biggest update on the Honda City Hatchback RS. Now you can actually set your speed up accordingly, and it will adjust the speed on the highway as well without you having to hit the brakes and then resume your cruise control. You won't find anything different here. You'd find a nice touchscreen infotainment system here, but what it is hiding, it does have wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, which is much appreciated, especially these days where proper smartphone integration is necessary. What it does miss out though is wireless charging. Sure, you do have wireless Apple CarPlay or wireless Android Auto, but you don't have wireless charging, which is a miss in my opinion. You also don't have an electronic parking brake. Instead, you get this manual handbrake right here, nice and sturdy. But what that means though is that you don't get automatic brake hold, which might be a bummer for some people. But again, while you're driving in the city, this is adequate. But having that particular feature would have been nice. You got plastic paddle shifters right here behind the steering wheel. Nice chunky shifter there. Econ button. You got pretty substantial cup holders right there on the front and bottle holders on the side, which is pretty spacious. You ask me. Right here you do have hard touch materials on the dashboard, which is on par with small hatchbacks such as these. You got a blacked out headliner, which is of course a feature in most Honda RS models. You got multiple speakers all around, multiple airbags, which is nice. The seats, they're pretty comfortable if you ask me, and I like the low driving position that you get from the hatchback. I'm not gonna go move into the back because this is just a first look. We'll be doing an extended review of this one in the future, but again, it does feature ULTR seats. You also got a center armrest right there in the back. You also got two power outlets, which of course is great because you do have the option to plug in two fast chargers right there. Just make sure that you don't leave them behind. But you do get two USB ports in front, no USB-C here, just USB-A, and another power outlet right there. Again, this is pretty much everything that hatchback or sedan owners are looking for: a low-slung, practical and versatile vehicle, which of course the Honda City Hatchback RS does fulfill. This is a good upgrade. We'll take us out on the road and test how this drives, and we'll be discussing a little bit more about Honda Sensing and that engine right now. All right, so we're behind the wheel of the 2024 Honda City Hatchback RS. Now, under the hood, you still have the same 1.5 liter dual overhead cam naturally aspirated engine that makes 121 horsepower and 145 Newton meters of torque. It's just exactly what it was the last time. It's made it to a CVT, and you got paddle shifters right here behind the steering wheel to simulate said gears. Now, my driving impression of the Honda City RS, it was one peppy little thing. I really appreciated the shorter wheelbase, and it is a fun vehicle to chuck around, especially around town. A few things that I find lacking with the Honda City Hatchback RS are also carries over. For example, you don't get rear disc brakes. If you live up north or you live in the mountains of Sierra Madre and you go down, you would definitely feel a little bit of brake fade when you're starting to go downhill, and it just adds a little bit more confidence knowing that you've got rear disc brakes. But this still has ABS, or the electronic brake force distribution, so at least it's got that. Now, acceleration, Acceleration in the Honda City Hatchback RS isn't really a lot. There's nothing really to write home much about it, because it's not about top speed, it's not about acceleration. It's nice to truck around, it's just not going to be that fast. What you do get though, with the lack of power, perceived power that is great fuel economy. We were able to get around 9 to 10 kilometers per liter, again, which is not something to sneeze at, because with the way the traffic is around town, you'll be happy to get 9 to 10 kilometers per liter in a city. But once we get on the highway, it's definitely where that CVT shines, because you can get up to 17 kilometers per liter, and that's something that we were able to achieve last time we tested this bad boy. Yes, it can get a little fun, and the speed can get a little away from you a bit, but I'm glad that this can handle that much acceleration. Suspension wise, it's still pretty much like a Honda City Hatchback. You've got McPherson struts up front and a torsion bar rear suspension setup right there in the back. For the many times that the Honda City or the Honda Jazz has been around with the same setup, it's still pretty sporty thanks to the smaller wheelbase. If you're looking at hatchbacks, yeah, I'm having too much fun. Now let's go to safety features, because that is one of the biggest changes that you have right here in the Honda City Hatchback RS. Now you still get the same airbags, ABS, electronic brake force distribution, all that. Those are standard stuff. This time though, you get some advanced driver assist systems. You've got lane keep assist. You've got adaptive cruise control. You've got forward collision mitigation system. You got a backup camera. It's pretty much everything that you need at this price point. It's a fully loaded Honda hatchback that you can definitely daily and maybe take around town. Pricing for the Honda City Hatchback RS, as we're filming it, hasn't been officially released yet, but image pricing is around 1,194,000 pesos. That price will definitely change. You'll see that right here on top. But considering that the older Honda City Hatchback was 1,150,000 pesos, an additional 40,000, 45,000 pesos isn't that bad. You've got a newer touchscreen infotainment system with the wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. You get the new Honda Sensing. You've got leather seats. If you're looking for a compact hatchback that you need to daily, it's a good roundabout. It's pretty fuel efficient and has everything you need in a car. This is not a bad choice at all. So that right there is my first look of the new 2024 Honda City Hatchback RS. What do you think? Do you think that you're going to take this over similarly priced crossover SUVs? I want to know more about it, so drop me a comment in the comment section down below. And while you're at it, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification icon so you wouldn't miss any of our videos. This has been Roy Robles with Zigwheels.Ph, and I will see you guys next time.